Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It really just depends if you're new here or not. I want to talk about the Woah Vicky situation because I actually have not spoken about this yet. And honestly, it's one of those internet situations that has popped up. I have seen it time and time again, people speaking about it or making comments about it, but I never locked in and fully started watching the videos. And after I started looking into it, just with the 10 minutes that I've looked into it, I am honestly shocked not more people are talking about it. Now, for those of you who are completely unfamiliar with who the hell Woah Vicky is, I'm going to give you guys a brief rundown of it, but I'm also going to be talking about this kidnapping allegation because that is what a lot of people are firmly believing, that this woman has been kidnapped and has been held hostage in Africa, specifically Kenya, and people have been speaking about this now for a good few years. But it's honestly getting to the point where shit's starting to get really suspicious. So I don't script my content, but I did write down a few little talking points just so I can keep this in the right track, in the right progression, because again, I've never talked about this topic, so there are a few things I need to cover with you guys just diving into it. And I do want to do a few updated videos on this as the situation progresses, because like I said, I really do feel like something darker and deeper is going on here, but we are going to be getting more into that. Victoria Rose Waldrip, otherwise known as Woah Vicky, is an American internet personality, rapper, and social media influencer known for her controversial rise to fame in 2017 and has built a massive following on TikTok, Instagram, and other social media sites. Now, back in 2017 is when she started to really get popular, and mostly for what some people believe to be rage bait. She claimed that she was 25% African American based on an ancestry test. She's been in a lot of controversies. She's pretty much known for her provoking behavior, and she has been involved in several high-profile feuds with other influencers and brands. She was beefing with people on social media like Bad Baby and Little Tay, and this just further fueled her online persona, and everybody started buying into these feuds and hyping them up and wanting them to fight. And this also just spread more awareness on who the hell is Woah Vicky, and everybody started looking into her more. Alright, so why are we talking about this today? What truly happened that made everybody curious and concerned for Woah Vicky? In 2024, now it was late 2024, early 2025, she faced severe backlash for faking her own kidnapping allegedly while on a trip to Nigeria. She claimed she was bored and trying to make a joke, which led to a $1 million ransom being demanded and posted to her social media. Now, when this happened, a lot of her family and friends spoke out and said that they were genuinely concerned for her, to the extent where the American embassy was genuinely contacted to see if she's safe and okay. And even though she has claimed this was just a joke, it was a bad joke, she said she was bored, she doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, this was one of the ways she wanted to entertain herself, is faking her own kidnapping and demanding a ransom just to get the internet stirred up because she was bored. And because of the person she is, a lot of people believed it was just rage baity type of content, or the person she was. I want to say the person she was, just strictly because she has gone through a lot of things in her life and she has had a lot of growth. Growth that she has shown on social media. She's had a lot of personal growth. So the person that she was posted a lot of what people would believe to be rage bait. So a lot of people, when they seen this situation, just kind of brushed it under the rug and was like, Woah Vicky is being Woah Vicky again and doing stupid shit on the internet. A lot of people didn't believe that this was an actual kidnapping. But it's the internet. People are always so 50-50. So while a lot of people didn't believe she was actually kidnapped, being held against her will to do all these who knows what things, a lot of people did genuinely believe that something darker, something more discreet was happening, things that she probably wasn't allowed to say due to the fact that she's always around a set group of people that now people are calling out and believing to be her handlers. So we're going to be diving into all this, but what makes it more believable to me on my end is her ties and connection to Natalie Nunn and also Zeus Network. There is a really weird thing and situation that happened with Zeus Network, and shortly after speaking out about it, this is when she was magically spawned into Africa and just disappeared, basically, and now she's in this weird situation where people are believing that she is kidnapped. And a lot of people have this personal belief that she has been kidnapped or picked by Zeus Network, specifically Natalie Nunn, because there has been other girls and other controversies, and people just believe that this could potentially be what's going on with Woah Vicky. So we're going to be diving into it, but before we dive into it, I want to be very clear. I am still learning about the situation. I'm doing this video as I'm learning about the situation, so we are going to be learning about it together. So if I get something wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comment section, and I will leave it as a pinned comment or just make my own pinned comment about certain things if I do get them wrong in the video so I can clear them up down there. And with that being said, let's dive right into it.
This is my brother.
Nigeria is safe, so if you wanna come to Nigeria, it's safe. Don't be.
What's up, y'all? I am so sorry. I apologize for trolling y'all like that. It was just a joke. I was just trying to show everybody that in America that it's not that serious. That Africa is a very safe country, and you will be safe no matter what race you are. You know, I was just trolling because everybody was like, why would she go to Nigeria? Is she crazy? Whatever. So I just wanted to have a quick joke, but the joke kind of got carried away. And this is just an example that Nigeria is so safe and we love Nigeria.
Human trafficking looks a lot like what's happening to Woah Vicky. For 3 weeks, Woah Vicky has captioned all of her live streams, "Help me, I'm in Brazil, danger." In every single live stream of hers, she is always with a man, always around men. She is never with a female companion, never with somebody that's a woman. She's moving from country to country like Nigeria, Brazil, Kenya, and it's honestly like she's being passed around to these men. She also constantly reminds people how safe she is. Don't worry, you guys, I'm safe, I'm in good hands. The men that she's with will constantly say on live stream, "Woah Vicky is free, she is safe." There's a video of a man telling her what to say, and in that video he goes, "Tell everybody that you're not coming back to America." She's always traveling, but she's always traveling with these strange men. I'm just really wondering like where her friends and family members are, because nobody's talking about this.
This is something too that trips a lot of people out when she does travel. It is, like I said, always with this specific group of men that have honestly never been featured in her content before. These are just new men that's been around since this whole kidnapping allegation has been occurring. And not just that, but a lot of people call out her body behavior, they analyze her when she does film around them, and they say how uncomfortable she looks, how she does look like she is in a situation where she does need help. And there is a lot of video proof where she has been on stream and she has tried to address certain things and say how safe she is, and it really does seem like these men are whispering into her ear and telling her, hey, say this, say this, say this, say this, like make sure you're saying this, okay, shut up, don't say this. It's like she really is being directed, and she is just a puppet and they are the puppeteers and they're controlling the show, and she's just passing on the messages that they want her to convey. There are a lot of moments too where she will be reading comments and somebody will say, hey, yawn if you're in danger, yawn if you need help, wear a red dress if you need help, do this, like flip your hair if you need help. And she will be caught reading the comments and then doing these actions or wearing something in either the next stream or just moments later.
And then like tomatoes and period. He'll eat the chicken breast. Period. What kind you have? I have a Georgian. Yeah. Oh, so cute. He gotta eat some chicken. He gotta eat some chicken too.
These videos that she's posting from Nigeria is just getting weirder and weirder now. So if y'all didn't know, Woah Vicky went to Nigeria and she married this man, and he basically first had said that, oh, he kidnapped her, and then they switch up the story. But then, you know, every time they go on live, she looks like she's scared. And every time she's on live, she never looks directly in the camera. It's always somebody with her, like basically watching her to make sure she's not asking for any help or anything. And then I noticed that in the comment section, somebody was like, oh, wear a red dress if you need help. She wore a red dress 3 times. If she's not asking for help, I don't know what she's doing. And a lot of people were like, oh, but she had came back to the U.S. and then she decided to go back. But I really don't think she ever came back. I think she has been posting old pictures and photos to make it seem like, you know, this is the current day, blah, blah, blah. But something is actually up. Like, I remember when she used to come on live and she used to be posting about God, talking about the Bible, you know, all of that. But now her demeanor has changed so much. She looks like she's in a forced situation. And I saw this one clip of the guys basically like, it was a couple of guys and they was like dancing for her. And somebody in the comments was like, oh, that's something that men do to fight for their wives or fight for one wife. And I'm just like, I know a lot of people don't like her because of her past, but at the end of the day, if somebody needs help, they should be able to. And I've made a couple of videos prior to this about like maybe 3-4 months ago, but I feel like the situation is just getting worse because she's on live almost every single day. She's posting old pictures, making it like, girl. And apparently she can't even go contact authorities in that country because it's all like, you know, the police don't do anything. That those people, the men that she's with, I think the police are scared of them. Like at this point, I don't know, but I really am fearing for Woah Vicky. And a lot of people don't even know about the situation because they're like, oh, she seems genuinely happy. She does not seem genuinely happy to me. Everything about her is completely different. The way he holds her hand, he doesn't even hold it, like as a couple, he holds her wrist. And there was one time when I think the lights had turned off and they was about to get off alive, and it was like 3 different people reaching for her phone. Like, she doesn't even have access to her own phone. And I'm not seeing anybody talk about the situation, which is just bizarre to me, because you can tell something is up. And every time she's smiling or laughing, it's kind of that like, oh, I have to laugh or else I'm gonna get in trouble type of, yeah, it looks like that to me. Like, I just hope that she's safe and she's well. Like, regardless if a lot of y'all don't like her, it does not disregard the fact that she may need help and that she is in danger. To me, it seems like she's stuck in a place she never wanted to go to in the beginning. I don't know, but I genuinely feel for her. Like, I don't know, yeah.
That is fake. Like,
It's a joke. We good. Everything good.
Now, like I said, the internet is very 50-50. People either believe full-heartedly that she's been kidnapped, or they're on the fence and they're pretty much like, this is probably just like she said, a joke that got way out of hand, and now people cannot stop looking into it because she's living a new lifestyle, and they're just firmly believing she's been kidnapped when in actuality, she's free living her best life. But how did these kidnapping rumors really start to be believed? Were there any connections or ties? Did she have any shady business going on with anybody that would put her in a situation or a danger zone with individuals to where this is a possibility that it could have actually happened to her? And as I was looking into this situation specifically with her ties to other individuals to where this could potentially have been a situation she put herself in unknowingly and then had horrible things happen where she was kidnapped and trafficked, and now this is the lifestyle she's living. Zeus Network. She has specific ties to Zeus Network. And Zeus Network is known to be a very, it's the shadier side of companies. There are a lot of trafficking ties that have been alleged with this company. And what's crazy is Victoria actually has connections to Zeus Network because she was actually a reality television personality who appeared as a cast member on the show Baddies East, which is a show that has been produced by Zeus Network. Vicky was featured in the 4th season of Baddies series, which is a popular reality TV show, again produced by Zeus Network. Now, her appearance on the network included involvement in dramatic storylines such as alleged confrontations with other cast members like Christian Rock, which was addressed by the network CEO. And what's really interesting is the network CEO of Zeus Network is Natalie Nunn. Now, Natalie Nunn was also a part of the Bad Girls Club. She played in multiple different Bad Girls shows. She played in the All-Star Battle, she played in the Love Games, Bad Girls Need Love 2, and she was originally in the 4th season of the Bad Girls Club that aired back in 2009 to the 2010 era. But as of 2021, Natalie has been employed as an executive producer and one of the main cast members of the Zeus series Baddies. Now, what makes this really interesting is, if you can see on the screen here, Natalie Nunn has a very problematic history of her own, but specifically, people talk about Natalie Nunn because people believe that Natalie Nunn, being a CEO and also main personality on the show, has her hands dipped in some form of involvement when it comes down to the women that she brings in contractually, that she is giving them out to men. So Woah Vicky was on the show under Natalie Nunn, and the crazy part about being on the show was that she actually wanted to speak out about the show and talked about potentially suing the show.
And I got a scratch on my face, a bump on my head. So after that, I played cool, right? I go back to my hotel. The next day, I wake up, Uber to the police station, file the police report on all of them, and get my flight and get the freak out of Maryland. But it's all good. I forgive all of them. Jesus loves them. We don't fight against flesh and blood. I don't blame them.
Next thing you know, she's over there in Nigeria. Well, come to find out, Natalie Nunn, has her own connections. Remember, here's a little web. We'll make a little pyramid or something. Here's Natalie Nunn. She's connected to the CEO of Zeus Network. Here's Vicky, who was basically claiming she was duped by Zeus Network. Okay, so here's Natalie Nunn right here, okay? Natalie Nunn has a history of Nigerian connections, all right?
Now, the thing about it, Natalie Nunn has expressed high praise for Nigeria, describing her experience there as amazing and beautiful and filled with love for the people. People are just finding it interesting that after Vicky had this crash out and spoke about this incident that occurred on the show and wanting to sue Zeus Network and kind of, bring this situation to light, how she just kind of disappeared, and then she was in Africa, and this kidnapping scandal that came out, and again, how people also talked about how a majority of her post, she was claiming that she needed help. She was captioning the post, I need help. I need help. I'm in this location. I need help. Help me. I'm in this location. I am in danger. I do need help. Like, she just kept captioning it the same and the same and the same about being in danger and needing help with every single one of her posts. And why a lot of people didn't believe that she was in danger or kidnapped or even going through anything where people would need to be scared for her is because a lot of people were claiming if she was kidnapped, why would the kidnappers give her access to social media? What kidnapper would give their victim a cell phone and tell them that they can do live streams, that they can look at pretty much everybody's answers and questions and all this speculation? Why would a kidnapper continue to put her in the limelight knowing damn well that there are kidnapping allegations against them? And if she really is kidnapped, who is her handler? Where is she being held? These are all a lot of questions that people have been asking.
First walk in my house, you're gonna notice something. We always have sinks. We love clean hands, clean face. So when you come in, you just feel the blessings. It's the be out. Give me that paper cut. Give me that paper cut. You know they call it the living room. We call it the women room. You'll be willing to do anything when you feel like this in this room.
Yes, I am in trouble. Yes, I need the baby lion to get out of the trouble. You are right. I'm done hiding it. I give up. You are right. Yes, I need help. Yes, you are right. You are so right. You know what I'm saying? I give up. I give it up. I give it up. You know what I'm saying? You're right. You're 100% right. You caught me. You caught me. You caught on. Hey, thank you for catching on, you know what I'm saying? You did your research, you found the location, you did all that. Okay. Now, if you want me to get out, free me, free Vicky, free Vicky. Send a baby lion. That's how I can get free. You picking up what I'm putting out? Yeah. Send that lion. Look, scratch the head if I'm in danger. Ooh, look, I scratched it. Now what you gonna do? Is you gonna send that baby lion? Is you gonna help me get out the danger? Or you just gonna talk and keep saying, oh, now flip your hair if you in danger? Like, what you gonna do? If you really gonna help, if you really love me, then stand on business. You gotta show that you really trying to help. You gotta send a baby lion. That's how I know you really trying to help. But if you just keep talking to me, oh my God, he that. Oh my God, this and that. Oh my God, this, that. Then how do I know that you legit? You just talking. You ain't really trying to help.
Now, this one I feel pretty 50-50 about. To be honest, people are saying that the baby lion gift that she's referring to is also like a cry for help, referring to like her handlers or something in a situation with trafficking. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't know if I necessarily believe that connection, just because, again, I'm not educated on it. But from what I've researched, it's not giving any form of connection when it comes down to baby lion being any type of reference word point to a situation. Now, what's interesting to me is when it comes down to Vicky, she has, of course, had social media appearances, but she has not appeared with anybody that she's collabed with in the past. She doesn't have friends or family around her, and a lot of people are saying, where are her friends, where are her family members in this situation? And for those of you who don't know, Woah Vicky has been very open in the past about her home life and her family situation, especially regarding her mother being an addict and trying to find rehab and help for her mother at one point. And what's interesting is her mother was actually somebody who was very concerned for her whenever this had actually first taken place about this ransom being posted to her social media accounts. So her mother did speak about the situation, but her mother also allegedly did visit her in Africa and had some things to say about it.
They dress me like this all the time, and I had to go to the airport like this, because if I didn't come out this way, I wouldn't get out of the country. I ain't had no makeup in to 6 months, and they took all my stuff. And I'm so excited to be back in the United States. But I know there's a lot going on here too, but you know, I hate it. But yeah, I gotta get this stuff off my head. I feel I'm back, so I can take some of it off. And it's hot. They made me dress like this. And that shit hot. And look, it all come off. I got hair.
So there were a few troubling claims by her mother made there, such as how they took all her stuff, they made her dress and be a certain way, and how uncomfortable she was. And the shame about this is, with her mother having a fairly troubling history as far as go, nobody believed her. Quickly before we go into this situation with the mom, I do want to go back to that baby lion comment, because people in the comment section, I forgot to include this, were saying that handlers, aka the animal keepers, is code for the kidnappers, and baby lion is code for the money, or aka the ransom that the kidnappers want. There were also comments about how she was acting during that clip of her asking for the baby lions, and somebody said she's acting like that because she's fed up with giving out signs for help and nothing being done. Somebody else had commented because there are a lot of marks on her arms, and she was saying that it is related to tattoo removal. People were saying that it's because she's being tied up, possibly. But somebody said that they are removing her tattoos because in trafficking, it's common to go for people without tattoos because they're less identifiable when found. Somebody here also did like a translation to what she was saying versus what she actually wanted to say. So here in the screenshot, as you guys can see, in the quotation marks is what Vicky was actually saying during the live versus the parentheses, which is what she wanted it to translate to. Again, allegedly what this comment is saying. You got to show that you really trying to help, aka please save me, send the baby lion, aka please send the police. Y'all don't want to listen, y'all think everything is a joke, aka y'all keep asking me to do things if I'm in trouble, but never sending any real help. Somebody else said how she's probably not trying to be sarcastic, but just trying to tell us that she actually genuinely needs help for real. And that's why she's acting like she's sarcastic, because she's frustrated with giving all these signals and all these messages for nothing to happen. Another interesting comment was about the do your research and find the location. How she talked about how people was doing the research, they found the location, but what's actually getting done? What's actually getting done past that point other than internet speculation? And that's interesting for her to say and for people to start calling out, because in this video here, people did the research and they did find the location of where she could potentially be being held. Also, something else people are saying is if she was actually trafficked, why would they allow her mother, her family, to come and visit her? And also, something I wanted to talk about is the fact that her mother does have a history with drugs. Like, even in that video, the mother did seem pretty off. So I feel like the mother would not be believed, even if she was speaking the truth, if she was being truthful, if she would come out and say, my daughter genuinely does need help. I don't know how believable that would look just because of the mother's history. People would probably just assume she's on drugs and spewing nonsense because she's I don't know. But even people in the comment section were saying, are we not going to believe that Vicky is in danger just simply because the mother is a former addict and could potentially be under the influence right now? Are we just not going to believe that she's in danger because of the mother's prior use history? And this is just one of those situations where there's so many little details that go into this big picture that really it's something I want to start covering, because genuinely looking at this, I do believe something more could be going on, but that's just me, that's just my thoughts and opinions, and I do like diving into certain situations, darker situations like this. So I do want to keep covering the situation just to see what happens and just to see what the internet's opinions are a little bit further down the line. But this is the point of the video. I want to ask for your opinions. What do you guys think about the situation? Do you guys think that she could potentially be trafficked? Or do you guys think that this was genuinely just a joke that Vicky had that gone wrong, and now people have made up all these theories and are buying into it, and she's just playing into it as well? Like I said, I have no idea, but I do have a lot of things in this situation and story that rub me the wrong way. And I do feel like Girly might actually be out here needing a lot more help than we are led on to believe. But those are just my thoughts and opinions. I want to know y'all's in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next damn video. Alright, bye.